Salutations and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Let Dark Souls Teach You. Last time we tackled the poison and fiery spiders that was Blighttown. In this episode we're going to continue our trek of environmental awareness through Sen's Fortress. A lot of precarious situations here, a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, now this place that we're about to head to was probably the first major roadblock I hit. The enemies were tougher. It requires more patience. But we're going to take a look at something here. If you waltz straight in, you'll notice something. You just walked over a pressure plate. You're not going to do that again, are you? Because guess what? You know where it is now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the bonfire and reset the mob so I can show you a little something that might work to your advantage instead of causing you pain next time. Alright, we've reset the mobs, we reset the bonfire. This time we're going to use this pressure plate to our advantage. And as you can see, it didn't fucking work. Just goes to show you, you could know what to do in Dark Souls and still not do it properly. So these guys, if you can't cheese them with a plate, you're going to notice something. They take less damage, they've got some poise, you got to be careful with them. But if you want to practice parrying, these are the guys to do it against, because they have very delayed swings that allow for a beautiful parry window. But as you can see, even though you did parry and riposte, it only did maybe half his health. But now you're trapped in the middle. Yeah, these guys aren't fun. On my very first ever playthrough of Dark Souls, I actually died to these guys quite a few times, more so than the actual dangers within the fortress. Ooh, just double parried them, that's pretty cool. Get some backstabs in there. Yeah, these guys are tough. They take a lot of damage to kill, they do a lot of damage, they have a fair amount of poise. But this is also the game teaching you that you're going to be dealing with that in this upcoming area. Got them down. They each are worth 500 souls. That's not too bad. And since there's a good amount of them in this area, we're going to get some souls. We're going to get a fair... And since there's quite a few of those guys in this upcoming area, we're going to get a fair amount of souls, so... Yeah. Alright, do I even need to say it? Do I even need to say the words environmental awareness? You get pendulums. You got a big mother hubber waiting for you at the end of the corridor here, or the bridge. You got that mother waiting to shoot at you. So you want to use the environment to your advantage. Get out of the line of sight of the caster, because you don't want to get knocked off, just far up enough to pull this guy. Now I failed the parry and the riposte. And you want to be careful because he can knock you off. If you run out of stamina, if you get hit, you know, get countered, staggered, whatever, you can get knocked off, and you don't want that. As I just failed that parry terribly. But as you can see, this is another really good time to practice your parries, because it's really going to count over here. The best way to kill him is just not having to move or attack or worry about dodging in this very precarious and narrow setting. You get the parry off, you'll be just fine. You got casters above you and below you. You're safe for now, but you want to time it so you won't be out in the open very long, and you'll be able to get through here without having to, you know, linger. This whole thing probably took me an hour, my first playthrough, because I died so many times to those stupid snake men just in the front of the fortress. And then once I got done there, we had this thing to worry about. That caster that we just ran past, at the end of a bunch of pendulums. Even to this day, on multiple... I've played through Dark Souls 1 so many times, it's my favorite game in the series. I still die to this once in a while, so don't feel too bad. I died to this so many times my first time. You just have to time it so you're between pendulums and between casts of that lightning. Stop. Wait for the cast to go off. Wait for those to swing by. Then you let her have it. And if you'll notice on the floor, there's another pressure plate. Beautiful. Now, because you just did something cool, you got some loot. Large Titanite is going to help with some various weapon upgrades further down the line. We will address that a little bit later. So, you know, something I haven't had happen to me in a while is I just used all my Estus flasks within the first 15% of the area. This is going to be fun. Alright, so you see this ball, obviously. It's timed. What I did here is got hit, apparently. What I did here was I kind of had a mental cap of how long it took the boulder, and then the second it went by, I just ran for it. Now, as you'll be able to see here in a second, there's a little bit of a doorway just to your left, and you have just enough time to get to it before the ball comes down. Now I have another caster dickhead over here, so... Oh, she's gonna come to me. Ooh, that doesn't happen often. We're gonna wait. Oh! Blood loss too strong for me. Alright, let's get back up to where we were. Actually, no, we're gonna say hi to our NPC comrade down there, just before we pick up our progress. Alright, we're gonna talk to our buddy over here. So now he is also perturbed by the balls. So if it wasn't obvious enough, there's something that we're gonna do that's gonna change the balls. And as much as I have a nostalgia point for this game, the laughing after almost every chain of dialogue gets a little annoying. Just a little heads up. But yeah. You know, NPCs often tell you what you have to do, and if it wasn't obvious enough, you gotta stop the balls or at least redirect them in some way. We're gonna find out exactly how it's gonna work. Because it's gonna help me, and you, and our friend down there. This is like a throwback to the first part of the Undead Asylum where I said never rush headlong into any Dark Souls situation without checking your surroundings. You just might get hit by a big ball. And now, because we braved the ball, we got treasure. Ring of Steel Protection. This is, at low levels, I usually do sport this ring. Because quite plainly and simply, it boosts physical defense. Why not? And we have another pressure plate. And we have another snake friend over there. So we're going to be sneaky beavers. And he's taken care of. Most things in Dark Souls can be handled with just a little bit of patience and observation. So now we're in a bit of a pickle here. We can go down, but do we need to go down? Alright, now here's something that's very important. It's very important for all new Dark Souls players. There's something about this chest that seems a bit off. Look at the hinge. Look at like where it opens. It's moving unnaturally. And perhaps even smaller details, look at the chain. It's pointing forward, unlike the others. With the exception of NPCs, when in doubt, you attack. Look at this motherfucker right here. That is what we call a mimic. And I'm not going to spoil what he would have done to you had you tried to open the chest, but let's just say you may or may not have gotten treasure. Oh crap, I didn't dodge properly. Well, now you know. Now you know what he would have done to you. I actually didn't mean to die there. I actually meant to iframe through his grab, but I timed it just a tiny quarter of a second too soon. Alright, we're going to try this again. Ooh, snake friends. And yeah, the balls in this place are kind of wonky. Ooh! We're not going to survive another hit to that. Are you fucking kidding me? That's something that's kind of annoying about the balls, is it doesn't just run you over, it knocks you back and chain hits you, which is fair. It's fair, but it's annoying. Alright. Again, we'll try this. Really? Lingering hitboxes, please. Conniptions. And you want to be really quick! Just a second too late. But we made it. Alright, so when I said earlier we would be redirecting or stopping the balls, well, we can't really stop them now, but we can redirect them. There you go. Now it's going out the window. So you can redirect them a bunch of different ways. Each way you can redirect them has a result. For example, having the ball go this way has results. Important, I would say, if you're a spellcaster, but I'm just not going to say anything else than that. Oh, hello, my old friend. I am not letting you use your stupid grab attack on me again. No. I made a rookie mistake, and I was punished for it. I'm not letting you come out on top again. Ooh, karate kicks too OP. Heal. No, narrow corridor is bad. This is bad place to fight a mimic. Environmental awareness. Yeah, exactly, because all you have to do is dodge backwards from that. And these guys do stupid damage. They're attacking you with their bare hands if they're not trying to eat you. And it's like, so much health. One hit, maybe two, and dodge. Try and get behind them. No to the side, no backwards, just dodge behind them. Ooh, Ooh, somehow avoided that. Yeah, some of the bad hitboxes work in your favor. Like I was between his legs where he technically should have probably grabbed me, but I survived. So we're going to take that as a victory because guess what? We also got a lightning spear. Where is it? It's right here. 144 physical damage and 144 lightning damage. My broadsword only does 114 physical damage and it's upgraded. This has such a low stat requirement and it does extra damage. So for now, we're going to equip that and see how things go in our favor. Alright, now we're going to go this way because this is the way we're meant to go. You can see, because you used your environmental awareness, you can see there's another pressure plate here and things on the wall. That would have hurt like a bitch. Alright, we got more of this crap to deal with. As you can see, these things are very tightly fit together, so there's really no way you can fit in between them. So you have to time it so you start your sprint just as they're getting done with their swing. And there you go. That killed me once or twice my first playthrough as well. This guy will sneak up on you like an asshat if you don't take care of him now. And look at how much more critical damage that does. It does like triple the critical damage. And like a lot more damage. I guess these guys are weak to lightning. Because, again, I'm doing more physical damage plus an extra additional lightning damage. Now, this is the last great hurdle of this place. You got sideward shooting spellcasters to deal with, and pendulums. So, my suggestion is wait for a cast, and then just start moving. Don't run, just move normal. Just keep moving, and try not to stop if you can help it. You can stop between here, go between here. Alright, now you should be good. Just Sparta kick her off the ledge, and now you're good. And now we've loaded into a new area. Now we see this guy. He's the culprit. He's the one been dropping the balls. Now there is a way to get to him, but I went past it a long time ago. You can explore the crap out of this place. Remember, I didn't take you into every nook and cranny of this place because I don't want to uncover everything. I want you to discover stuff on your own. But there are ways of stopping those balls and getting to that guy by exploring the rest of this fortress. So I showed you a way through it. I'm going to let you figure out how to make it easier for yourself yet. And you might notice that we've not seen a bonfire in a while. You'd think that having, overcome such a very annoying and stressful area. Well, I love this area personally, but it's very stressful your first playthrough. I had such a hard time with it. But, I got there eventually. But you might notice that you've earned a bonfire at this point. You just went through that. You don't want to be at the top of the fortress, that is something silly, and have to go through all of that again. Even if you learned, you're still probably going to make a mistake, because you're still pretty early going on through here. So we're going to be extremely detailed in our searching and look for a bonfire. Don't linger out in the open too long, because you might get bombed by our friend up there. But you might notice how, before, all these there's walls all around us. But there's one empty spot right where we're getting bombarded by that firebomb. Maybe we should take a peek and see what that opening leads to. At the risk of getting firebombed. Again, risk. Potential. Ooh! The fire still hurts. Again, you'd think I'd never played this game before. But we're going to take a look. We're going to look at that. Ooh! Welcome to Bonfire. And beautiful. Alright, I'm going to reverse my hollowing here, because you've clearly made it to the top of a fortress. And if a boss doesn't greet you at the top of a fortress, honestly, what kind of level design would that be? Dark Souls does not disappoint you there. And if there's a boss, that means you can probably summon somebody. Not always, but you never know. And I'd probably look a bit better with, not being hollowed and beef jerky and stuff. So you're welcome for that as well. Yeah, it's 20 after 7 p.m. Might be a bit late for coffee, but I'm working like 9 to 7 all week this week because I work in a place that does a lot of catering and a lot of, higher-end food stuff. And we get very busy around the holidays, so I'm going to be doing overtime. I'm going to be putting in almost 60 hours this week, which kind of sucks, which is why I'm trying to get these videos out as quickly as I can. I procrastinated and didn't get ahead of schedule before the work started, before the heavy work week started. My bad. But hopefully, once the work week is over, I'll be able to get out and crack out some more videos because the winter break, there will be no excuse for not doing it, even for a lazy bastard like me. We're gonna Nigorendayo! Ah, bastard. I usually only, even now on consecutive playthroughs, I only make that jump like 1 in every 2 or 3 attempts. But whatever. Alright, there's a main reason that I had us take off some armor to fast roll. And that's not only because it's my preferred playstyle, but I'm going to show you how dodging is definitely going to be more important as opposed to blocking or slow rolling. You want your dodge to be on point for what we're going to be facing in a little while. And you'll definitely see what that is, don't you worry. Alright, we've got 3 places we can go here. Fog Gate, which greets us with a big fella. A bridge that goes into a room, and a place that goes higher yet. Well, if the boss is over here, what could we have to ascend towards? Let's find out. Hello, sir. This guy was throwing fire bombs at you. You are gonna just give it him and not let him see another. Okay, don't get stepped on. That's another good thing about spears, not a high stamina requirement. And he's dead. 3,000 souls, Titanite chunk, happy days. Also, notice where this guy was, and notice what he was doing earlier. Do you really want to be over there, tackling that guy, getting firebombs thrown at you, on a very small platform? No. Explore. Alright? Explore. Trust me, it'll benefit you. So the last place we can go before we go into our fog door over here is this happy little bridge. It's just an empty room, but look at that. A summon sign. There's a boss here, so there's an NPC that we can summon. Iron Tarkus. With heavy armor, great shield, great sword. This is a strength guy, and when we're going up against a big, giant metal monster, you're going to want some guy with some strength. Some guy with some strength? That's not words. You're going to want a guy with some strength. So, it's funny, if you actually start sprinting, his sprint is slower than yours because he's, you know, heavy from his armor. Oh, look at him, bless him. But he's a big help. He's going to help us out quite a lot. This fight would take forever, if not for him, which is fine because it's a good fight. Definitely a good early game fight. But, see, if you try to lean back and assess the situation, he throws a shockwave at you, so it's encouraging you to kind of get in there and get in the action. Now take note of this precarious nature. You don't want to be near the ledge, do you? Stay near the middle. And fast rolling is going to be very important here for one important reason. And hopefully I'll be able to show you what that reason is. Oh, I was hoping he would do it to me, but he just did a grab attack. You can't block grab attacks. Remember last episode? You can't block grab, or was it 2 episodes ago? There was an episode where I told you that you couldn't block grab attacks. You want to be able to dodge at an impeccable time, and that usually works better when you're dodging faster, like this. So fast rolling is definitely something you want to keep doing, especially with these big bosses. You want to be able to roll under them or next to them whenever you can. See, unfortunately, you can't attack him when your buddy's being grabbed, but you can get him on the recovery. Now, you can get knocked off of this, which you don't want, or you can get dragged into a lingering hitbox. It's also fun. But something that's funny to note is this guy can also get knocked off of this thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in this video, but if he hobbles near the edge, and this guy with his strength weapon hits him... Oh, he actually did it. He's staggering. Hope that Tarkus, your NPC guy, keeps hitting him. Oh, please tell me it's going to happen. That will be so juicy delicious if that happens. Tarkus, hit him. Hit him. Tarkus. Tarkus. Hit him. Come on. Please, 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 please. For the vids. For the memes. Oh, no, we died anyway. Aw, man. If you hit him just a little bit more, you would actually knock him right off the edge, and he would just insta-die. Which is pretty fucking delicious to watch. I've only ever successfully gotten that to work once, maybe twice, in my so many playthroughs. I didn't even know he could be knocked off at first either. But, yeah. Congrats, you and your buddy Tarkus just took out the Iron Golem. And it looks like you've reached the top of this fortress, and where else can you go? Well, in the middle we have this ring here, and we're going to find out just where we can go. Yeah, the mod DS fix unlocks the frame rate to 60, but I think that's just in-game. The cutscenes, I think, are still 30 FPS or lower. Whatever, not a big deal. Yeah. When I first saw this, I thought, oh god, another boss fight? Nope. They look pretty nasty, but they don't look like they're trying to hurt you. They're just taking you to... I still get a little bit of a warmth in me when I see this place. This was like, for me, the peak of the game. You were slogging through Blight Town, demon ruins, you know, this dark fortress filled with traps, and then you get brought over that massive wall, and you see this, Anor Londo. Just take in this view for a minute. Just look at this frickin' place. Look at that sun. Look at that massive cathedral. The towers. A looming place in the distance. Don't worry, we'll be getting there eventually. But we're here right now. Just look at this place. This is easily one of the best areas in the game, in my opinion. This is a very popular area. Most people in the series do like this game. This area. And there's definitely good reason for it. Alright. Stop fangirling, AJ. They look like statues, but if you get too close, they will be aggressive. You can fight them, or you can see that you have 57,000 souls and decide, oh yeah, I also have no healing. Let's try not to fight anything. Let's try to find a bonfire. We killed a boss, we're in a new area. Let's search for a bonfire. Nothing in here. Let's keep it rolling. We have 3 ways to go. We've got an elevator over there. We've got a room over there with more giants. We have this little hallway off to the side over here. Look at that. Bonfire. She looks like... I like her armor. She looks like a Spartan almost. Alright. And as much as I would love to do this area right now, just because I love this area to frickin' pieces, I think I've been going on for long enough. I think this is a long enough episode. The past 2 episodes are pretty long. The last one was over a half an hour. I want to keep this under a half an hour if I can. That the ideal thought initially was like between 17 and 22 minutes, like in that general area. That's kind of what I was thinking. 30 minutes. Who's going to sit down and watch a 30-minute video? You know, I don't want to... Like, I want to keep you guys comfy in your gaming chairs for a while, but I don't want it to feel like it starts dragging on. So for now, we're going to end the video with that beautiful, gorgeous view of the sun right there. There we go. All right. This has been Let Dark Souls Teach You, episode 4. Yes, episode 4. Hope to see you guys next time. We're going to get into environment. I'm not even going to say environmental awareness anymore. It's going to be in every episode, but it has different renditions. Alright, last time we were juggling traps. This time we're going to have some more stuff to worry about. Tougher mobs, different bosses, whole bunch of different dynamics, all that good stuff, all the fun Soulsy stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing this area with you guys, and until you see me again, live well.